What is everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to go over how to create this really cool fake 3D spin effect in Final Cut Pro 10. So as you can see right here, that's what the effect looks like right here. I'm going to go ahead and just gonna disable the motion blur, just it plays back smoother. But that's pretty much the effect right there. As you can see, you basically create this fake kind of 3D spin effect in Final Cut Pro 10. And there are plugins to create this effect, but I want to go over how to kind of create this effect completely free in Final Cut Pro 10, just using the distort tool in Final Cut. Now, if you're wondering if there is a plugin for this effect, there is 3D orientation. This plugin is completely free. I'll put the link down in the description below. However, when I used this plugin, Final Cut kept on crashing, so just be a fair warning that it might not work. You might need a faster computer to do 3D stuff. But I used this effect and my computer kept on crashing. So if you have any fixes, by all means, you'll leave it down in the comments below. But I think you need a pretty powerful computer to run that plugin. So just keep that in mind. You could use a plugin to create some 3D stuff. However, you probably want a pretty fast computer, or it might keep on crashing. So I just want to kind of let you know, just in case your computer keeps crashing, so you don't end up blaming me for that. What I'm going to do right here, I'm going to go ahead and go over how to create this effect. So what you want to do is you want to go to the beginning of the second clip, hold down Option F to create a freeze frame. Now I'm just going to name this one draw mask. Then I'm going to go ahead and create a compound clip later. I'm going to take this draw mask and put it above the top clip right here, or the first clip. I'm going to click on Control D, 11 frames. So I'm just going to set this freeze frame to 11 frames right there. I'll go ahead and just fit it to the screen right there. So you can see, there we go. There's the 11 frames right here. So I'll just go ahead and play it right here, just so you can see what it looks like. So Patrick Mahomes is running, and all of a sudden, boom, he'll just freeze on the screen, and there you go. Just like a generic freeze frame transition, or like a normal freeze frame effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the clip right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just scale out to like 50%. I'll enable the transparency grid right here. I'm gonna go ahead, actually before I do that, because I want to first add a draw mask. So head over to mask right here, and then I'm just going to apply a draw mask. Click on done. You can't be in the transparency grid when you're using a draw mask. Just something to keep in mind. So I'll go ahead and just do like a rough selection of Marlon Humphrey right here. Just do a rough outline. Obviously you could do a much better selection, but just for the sake of the video, however, you may not want like a nice selection. I've seen some videos where they actually purposely have like this cutout effect. So it all depends on the look you're trying to achieve. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, click on the option right here and create a freeze frame. Sometimes nesting the clip or creating a compound clip honestly sometimes makes the run a little bit faster, because it's now a new clip and there's no draw mask on this clip, so it kind of tricks Final Cut and often sometimes runs a lot smoother. The next I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here to this icon right here, go to the arrow right here, and click on distort. Now I'm going to go to one side of the distort tool right here. I'm going to go ahead and just move it. Now keep in mind, see the yellow line? You don't want to go above or below. You want to stay on that yellow line. So you want to constantly stay on that yellow line right here, and then you'll kind of feel that boom. You'll feel right here it locks into place. Now you want to go to the other side right here. Make sure you obviously don't select the side right there, but as you can see, there you go. Now it's on the yellow line, and you keep moving it right here until boom, it locks into place right there. That's a pretty good example. Obviously you could do it a little bit better if you want, but there you go. That's pretty much how you create the effect. But then you can mess with it more until you get the look that you want. You don't have to do that exact same look. Now what I'm going to do is head over to the distort section right here, and I'm going to place a keyframe on every single point, because at the end of the day we're keyframing the distort tool. So I'm going to go to the end and then go back one frame, place a marker. So it's 11 frames, but the first 10 frames are keyframed. Now you're going to head over here, and you're just going to type in 0 for all of these numbers right here. So you're basically just resetting it and putting it back into place, and I'll kind of go frame by frame and show you what it looks like right there. So now these are all put back into place at a 0. Wait for the program to render, or wait for Final Cut to render, and then as you can see, there you go. Frame by frame, that's how you create this really cool fake kind of 3D effect. Obviously, you know it's not exactly a 3D effect, but this is basically the best way to fake it in Final Cut, because if I head over here, because there is no built-in, so if I type in right here 3D, that one was a plugin. There is no built-in effect or built-in 3D effect in Final Cut Pro 10. So this is the best way you could do to try to fake the effect right here. You could just basically use the distort tool right here to kind of just keyframe Marlon Humphrey right here, just so he kind of keyframes into place, and it kind of fakes this really cool kind of 3D effect in Final Cut Pro 10. And that's pretty much the effect right here. Obviously, if you want to, you could add some motion blur just to help make the effect look a lot nicer, but that's pretty much it. All you're doing is you're just keyframing the distort tool right there, so basically he just kind of lines up into place. So it's definitely a really cool effect, and I definitely encourage you to go ahead and try this effect. And of course, you can add some motion blur, you know, just to help make the effect look a lot nicer, but that's pretty much all you're doing is you're just keyframing the distort tool, and then obviously, as you can see right here, I just have some motion blur just to help make the effect look a lot nicer, but that's pretty much it. That's how you create this really cool kind of like fake 3D effect or 3D rotating effect in Final Cut Pro 10, and that's pretty much it. All you're doing is you're just clicking right here, head over to right here. All you're doing is as you can see right here, the distort tool right here, you're just keyframing the distort tool for 10 frames right there, and there you go. You have created this really cool fake 3D spin effect in Final Cut Pro 10. Really cool effect. Definitely highly encourage you to go ahead and give it a shot and see if you like the effect. Just mess around with it until you know you get the look that you want. Highly encourage you to go ahead and try it, give it a shot, or leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and let me know what you think about this effect. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it helpful and informative. If you're new to this channel, I upload Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you enjoy these types of videos, consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial playlist with over 230 Final Cut Pro 10 tutorials. See you in the next one. Peace.